Hello, today we are going to start showing our understanding of radial symmetry by making snowflakes. To understand radial symmetry, first we have to understand symmetry. Bilateral symmetry is when you cut something down the center and it's the same on one side as it is on the other side. Radial symmetry is a little different. It's when you divide from the center point, from the radius. So it's like slices of a pizza and each slice is exactly the same. In this pizza, we see each slice has 3 pepperonis and 2 green things. This pizza does not show radial symmetry because all the slices of pizza are different. A snowflake is a good example of radial symmetry in nature because if you divide the snowflake from the center point out, each slice or section of the snowflake will be the same. In this lesson, we're also going to be talking about cool colors. Did you know that colors have temperatures? Some colors are warm, like reds, oranges, and yellows, and some colors are cool, like blue and purple. So today we will be starting a symmetrical radial symmetry snowflake that I plan on taking all of your artwork and putting it together into one big snowflake quilt. So I'll take the digital images of them and put them together so it's one big collaborative piece of artwork. A collaborative piece of artwork means it's something that you work with other people to make. So what we'll need to make this today is 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to use one to test out my patterns, and then this one is for the final thing. You can use any color paper you'd like. I'm using white because I'm going to be using markers. If you're using paint or something like that, you could use a colored piece of paper. And now I'm going to show you how to change this rectangular piece of paper into a square, which comes in handy for all sorts of things, including making cut paper snowflakes, which we might get into at another time. So I'm going to put that to the side for now. You take the top corner of your piece of paper, I'm taking the top left, and you fold it down so that the top of the paper is now lined up with the side of the paper. And then you, what I call, squish the bubbles. So squish right here. And then you're just gonna trim off this extra rectangle at the bottom by cutting along that line. All right, and now we have a square piece of paper. Now the next step is to fold this paper so that we have 8 crease lines. So I'm gonna fold it in half. And then in half again. Then I'm going to fold it into a triangle. All right, now I've got my little triangle. I'm gonna open that up and double check that I've got 8 lines. Smooth it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So like I said, this is going to be my test paper. I'm using this just to practice to see which design I like because it's going to have to be repeated over and over again. And that's what makes this radial symmetry. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw on the line. And then I'm just going to practice some shapes. And do circle, V shape, triangle. You could just do like another triangle. And then I'm gonna put a circle at the center. Okay, so that's one design idea. And practice another design idea. Maybe do a V shape, do a U, circle, heart if you want. Another one. You're just going to keep doing this until you find what you like, because that is going to be repeated on your final copy. So once you think that you've got one, you can stop practicing. So now I'm just going to take my second piece of paper and I'm going to make it into a square again by folding the top corner down to the side, squish the bubble, trim off the bottom, I'm going to fold it in half. So I have a long rectangle, fold it in half again. So I have a smaller square. And I'm gonna fold along that same first crease line that I had to make a triangle. Okay, now I have 8 lines, and I'm going to choose whichever pattern I like the best, and I'm going to put it on each one of those lines. So radial symmetry means that if each one of these were a piece of pizza, they would all look the same. So the most important thing in this project is that each one of these parts of the snowflake is the same. So like I did before, I'm gonna start with a circle at the center. If you want that circle to be perfect, you could trace something like a glue stick cap or a quarter. So whatever design you did here, you have to copy that on each one of these lines. I'm also going to add some designs between the lines. I'm going to add color. Since my paper's white, I'm just going to use my markers, and I also got these paint sticks for Christmas, so I'm going to use those on the bigger areas. The markers I'm going to use in the smaller areas. For this part, I would suggest using a cool color. Cool colors are colors like blue and purple, and warm colors are colors like red and orange. The only warm color I would say would probably be okay to use would be pink, just because it kind of goes in that snowy feel. So you can use a combination of your cool colors to add color to your snowflake. I'll fast forward through that part so you can see the finished piece at the end. Okay, when you're finished, please submit a picture of your finished artwork, the best picture that you can take, because it's going to be put together with other students' artwork. So take a nice picture of it and submit it through Google Classroom or send it to me in email. If you didn't get to finish today, that's okay. I put a question in our Google Classroom to check off whether you did finish or if you need more time next class. So please go ahead and go to the Google Classroom and answer that question. And if you did finish, you can submit it through Google Classroom or email. If you have any questions, as always, let me know. Good job today. Bye.